Now to the artifacts. The only safe place was inside the ark. The photo shows our CEM artifacts resting on a map of Mount Ararat. They're kept upstairs near the ark. This map was drawn by Earl Cummins, the Dean of Ark Searchers, and presented to Dr. Don Shockey, our dear friend and colleague, one of my closest friends, in appreciation for his untiring efforts in the Ark research. Okay, a piece of tooled wood from high on Mount Ararat. View from Crohan on north side of Ararat. Crohan is an important place. The little dog came from Crohan. There's the peak of Ararat. This is on the north face. It's halfway up Mount Ararat. Crohan is the village where the local inhabitants have a tradition that at Crohan, Noah built the ark. It's called the Black Tower. Built the altar. And the mountain continues to rise. It's volcanic. And John Morris believes that object on the left, which is the Black Tower, they call it the Black Tower, it's sloped on the front. It is an altar, a high altar. And with the core of the mountain rising for 4,500 years since the time of the flood, this possibly was ground level. It's on the north face. And that altar, I would like to go one more time to Ararat and see. It is an altar, has a flat top, has a slope on one side so you can approach it. And this is the sheer face. Near that are the footings and low walls of ages-old buildings. Those walls are only about this high, but they're very wide, and the footings are deep. They were built well. Whoever built that altar, and it is ancient, built it extremely well. Most of the altar is still intact. Is your 1942 Ford still intact? No. Okay. According to their tradition, it's called Kohan Hashem. Kohan, the house of Shem. According to their tradition, Shem and his wife built those walls, built the buildings, started their family, and then migrated. This piece of tooled and pitched wood was discovered and retrieved from Mount Ararat during the search expedition led by Dr. Bud Crawford in 1968. French Ark explorer Fernand Navarro accompanied the expedition, and there's a photo of Fernand Navarro. Alfred Lee was a member of the team. I had him on my television program, and he verified to a global audience that the piece of wood he was holding, he personally carried down from the site high on Mount Ararat. Personally verifies that he carried the wood down the mountain during the expedition. This piece of wood measures 7 5/8 inches long, 3 1/8 wide, 3/4 inch thick. The wood is saturated within and without with non-conducting pitch resin. Notice again the principles, and those were not unintelligent people who built the ark. They didn't just throw it together from Higginbotham's lumber. They knew precisely what they were doing. And we've already seen in the lecture today that birch and mahogany hold the potential to be conducting because they are assimilators and accumulators, conducting if the soil around has conducting elements to be assimilated. Or if the soil does not have conducting elements, they can be non-conductive. So you want basically non-conductive materials inside this Faraday cage. I think you see the principle. Since this particular piece of wood is a softer wood, it is not a porous ring hardwood, so it would not have been part of the hull. Softer wood that would swell and seal when used in water applications, we suggest that it might have been used in freshwater transport system. It was a gift to the museum from the family of Dr. Bud Crawford. And this is a photograph of the wood. In a moment, you're going to see it personally.